Hi guys, this is Amit.
And this is Adi.
And today we're going to talk about why we started our journey on YouTube.
Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Before we get into today's topic, I would want to thank everyone who has subscribed to our channel and have been great throughout this journey. But there are so many more out there who still don't know about us and our journey on YouTube. So please subscribe and please hit the bell icon.
And now let's get into it. All right, so let me backtrack. On July 19th of 2019, Adi and I, on our individual Instagrams, posted this photo. And we posted this photo after our wedding, just sharing it with our friends and family, whoever was following us. The next day, we actually had our reception, our cocktail reception, and while we were there, our phones were off. We actually didn't have our phones with us even. And we come back the next day after our reception and we see a ton of messages on Instagram. We were like, what is going on? We had absolutely no idea that by posting a photo or two that we would get this much attention from around the world.
That day, what we both realized is that people we know, we do not know, everyone's sending us messages, and it became very clear to us that knowingly or unknowingly, actually unknowingly, we have done something that has kind of started a discussion.
I mean, again, like I said, we've never received that kind of social media attention before. So what we thought to ourselves is like, why is this even significant? Like, why us? Why this photo, right? So whatever the reason might have been at that time, we now feel like we have a responsibility.
Definitely.
And it's one that we're excited to take on because we realized how many people need to hear about our story to be influenced to come out of the closet, to share their stories with their friends and family, to take a step.
So I would want to share something, a DM that I got, and it was from a young boy from India, and he basically sent me a message saying that I'm depressed. And when I first read it, there were numerous DMs, and I didn't know who it was. So, but the sentence "I'm depressed" was so strong that I went ahead and clicked on it. And basically, his story was that he has been depressed because I believe he identifies, or he's confused about his sexuality and sexual preference, and he identifies as being a part of LGBTQ community but doesn't really know where he falls in the spectrum. And the bigger fish that he had to fry was, how does he come to terms with that and tell his folks? And he's been depressed, and he said that lately he's been losing hope and doesn't feel so good about life. And he said that day he was very low, and the one thing that cheered him up was our wedding picture. See, for a normal 9-to-5 guy who just goes to work in the morning and comes, well, I'm an 8-to-7 guy, but I just go to work and I come back, I don't get these messages. I never got messages like that. But when I was actually getting these messages and I was screenshotting them and showing them to Amit, it was like what is this?
It was surreal.
What is this really happening kind of a moment? It's not like the next day we jumped up on YouTube and made a channel and we're like, welcome to our channel, guys. That didn't happen. We kind of did it other ways, like we responded to DMs, but there were so many coming in and we physically didn't have the capacity or the time to respond to each and every. And that was kind of, we were like feeling guilty about it, that we are not able to give equal attention to everyone. Taking it a step further, we decided that YouTube would be a global platform on which we can actually address issues, talk about it, give our point of view. Like, people may not agree with it, but we can definitely share our point of view and what worked for us or works for us.
So we're here. And what we want to do, and our goal here, is that we want to be able to inspire anyone that needs some inspiration.
So now that we are on YouTube, the next question that we got was, what are you going to produce? What are you going to put out there for everyone to see? And there was mixed response. This is the journey that we both are as husbands. And if you are following our journey, you will get the complete package. So one day we might put out a video about baking a cupcake because he loves to cook and bake. And the next day I might strongly feel about bullying and talk about bullying like I've done before on different platforms.
Well, I think it's important for everyone to see that we have two sides to us as well. Ali and I love to have a good time. That's where we connected. That's where we fell in love, is just having a good time. We also want to show people a little bit about our lives, right? We want to show people that whatever we're doing on a daily basis is very similar to what you're all doing on a daily basis. And yeah, sometimes we do facial face masks at home, and sometimes we watch Netflix, and sometimes we have these difficult discussions because we've both been through so many things in life. So you might not be from the LGBTQ community, you might not be South Asian, you might have absolutely nothing to do with anything we're talking about. But there's one thing that we want everyone to be part of is the discussion. Because the things that we're gonna talk about are relevant to everybody, right? I was always hesitant about YouTube, but what I realized in only like a few videos is that being yourself is actually a lot more difficult than you think. So guys, not only are we here to talk about LGBTQ issues or topics, but we're also here to talk about topics that might be taboo in the South Asian community or just many other communities.
Anywhere in the world.
Anywhere in the world. And that could include bullying or mental health, which is a huge topic nowadays. And all of these things kind of go hand in hand because they're things that aren't discussed openly. So we want that platform to be here as well.
So guys, in the next few months, the things that we want to talk about would include different topics, but I think overall we have a few topics which we have zeroed in on, and one of them might be one more session of Q&A because we have gotten so many difficult questions.
Yeah. For example, one question we get a lot, and this is not from haters or people who dislike us. This is even from people who support us 100% unconditionally. Like a random question would be, who is the man in the relationship and who is the woman? Now, that's a great question because a lot of people ask it, and we'll answer things like that because the fact that people are asking us those kind of questions makes us realize that there's so many things to be talked about, and even if you're a supporter of this, you may not really understand.
Another question that we get a lot is, are you going to adopt or have a kid through surrogacy? And we have gotten this question a lot. There's also topics like, do you want to do a cooking video? Because he loves to cook. So we might make a dosa or a paratha. You would never know. And the other thing, we want to show you how and when Adam started his journey with us. So that's I feel like everyone is looking forward to that video.
So just know that we're gonna have a lot of fun. It's gonna be there's a lot of trial and error for us. So be patient with us and just give us your attention because I feel like the journey we're about to go on is going to be beneficial for all of us. And we're so excited for everyone who's subscribed so far. And please share these videos with everyone so that they can also join us on this ride and be part of the conversation.
So guys, last but not the least, we really want to thank K Hubnanian.
Before we realized that we even wanted to have a home together, we came in here and fell in love. And because the guys at K Hubnanian were so nice, we ended up purchasing our first home. And
maybe someday we can do a tour of this house.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you, K-Hub, not only for providing us a home to live, but for kind of being the jumpstart to our married life.
Yeah, and making the community much more accepting. So guys, that's all for today's video. This is Adi.
This is Amit.
And
see you next time.